just quickly show you a website where you can see whether you've actually been involved in a data breach. Pretty much all of us have these days, but there's a site that Troy Hunt, who's a security expert in Australia, has put together, collecting a lot of data off the dark web, and it's called Have I Been Pawned?
Okay. What does pawned mean? Like compromised?
Yeah, that's right. So pawn's like a hacker term for owned and compromised. So in here you can just type in your email address, hotmail.com, and then we see if we've been owned. Oh no, we've been owned. So we've been involved in 92 breaches and 35 pastes.
What is a paste?
Okay, so what happens is when people, a paste is actually a site.
Yeah.
There's a site where it's kind of like public sticky notes, and when people hack sites and get passwords and things, they put them into these notes. They're kind of anonymous, and so then other people can go there and get the information, so it's publicly got your password in it.
Hey.
Yeah, so if we scroll down here we can see all the breaches that we've been involved in. So this lists the breach, when it happened. Nearly everyone will have had their data compromised at some point. Like Adobe was a massive one, there was LinkedIn, recently just Animal Jam, it's just the other day. And it tells you, what happened, what data they got, such as your date of birth, if they got your password. Sometimes they're hashed if they've got good security, other times they're clear text. So that's why we use a product like pwned to store our passwords and ensure that they're different at different sites. Because as soon as they get your password from one particular site, they'll try it on another site.
And so this information is just good to know.
It's good to know because if you have in the past, a lot of these were like, quite a few years ago, like here we can see September 2013.
Yeah.
But if we know that we were using a password such as your dog 1234, and you've used it on other sites, you need to make sure that any other sites that might have used it have changed and been updated.
Okay.
You can also test your password. So there's an option here. If we go passwords, and you might think, well, I'm telling the site what my password is, that's really kind of scary. It doesn't send the actual password to the site, it creates a hash of it. So if I type in cat 2010, so you can see that, and you can see this password's been used 35 times before in other breaches, so it's quite commonly used.
I don't understand that though. So that means 35 other people are like. What?
No, so that means it's in. So people create lists. So when they want to hack a site, they'll create a list of all the commonly used passwords, which are passwords that have, say they've come from LinkedIn. We've got a whole database of different passwords.
Yeah. Like how does it know that? Is it relating it to anything in particular? Like this password, is it related to what's?
No, like if I type in something like password 1, which is a very common password, you can see it's a huge amount of times.
Okay, cool. Yeah, got it. I see. So
all the data that's been taken from different sites, they've built this massive database.
Creepy.
And they know that if they're going to try and brute force a site to break in, that this key is a very common one, so it's a good one to use.
Okay.
Whereas if we looked at the CAT 2010, it's only 35 times, so it's going to be a lot lower down in chance of it being the correct password.
Okay.
But you build these password lists and you use them to break into other places.
Got it. Yeah.
Handy little site just to check how secure your credentials are and what's floating around and what's happened to you in the past and how much information's out about you.